So building trust before every sales call. Now, most salespeople, I know, focus on closing the deal during the call, but the best ones understand that trust starts way before the conversation even happens, right? When trust is already built before the call, here's what happens. Number one, prospects come in open minded instead of skeptical. When a prospect trusts you before the call, the energy is completely different. You're no longer a random salesperson trying to pitch them something. You're someone they already perceive as an expert or someone with at least valuable insights. They've seen your content, they're or the company that you're selling for, they've seen the content, they've read the testimonials. So by the time you speak, they're already warmed up. And this means they listen actively instead of just being defensive. They're more open and sharing real problems with you and not just giving you stuff you want to hear just so they at the end they can get to the fucking pricing. And they're willing to consider your solutions seriously. And this gives you the opportunity to start the conversation at a higher level, skipping the usual let me prove myself to you phase that most people get stuck in. Number two, objections become easier to handle. When trust is already established, most of the typical objections just lose power, right? So price objections are reduced because they believe in your services and they believe these services actually deliver value. They also know, you know, that how do I know this will work for me? This also disappears sort of if they've already seen proof and results from other like them in similar situations from them, or similar situations as them, got to the results that they're currently looking to get into. And the skepticism around your process or method is replaced with curiosity and confidence. Now, this doesn't mean you won't hear objections at all because they do exist. We're in fucking sales, but they're much easier to navigate because the prospect already respects your authority and expertise. And next, the conversation shifts from selling to solving, right? When there's no pressure to convince someone of your credibility, you can finally do what you're actually good at, displaying your solutions, right? Solving their problems, showing them how your service or your product, whatever it is that you're selling, will solve the customer's problems. Now, the conversation becomes about understanding where they are now and where they want to be, diagnosing the real obstacles in the way, and then offering a tailored solution based on your proven system. Now, this is where real consultative selling happens, not because some fucking script that somebody gave you or you paid money for someone's script. You're not using scripts or manipulative tactics here at all. You're having a strategic conversation with someone who already sees you as a trusted advisor, which is huge. And that's the key word there, trusted. And that's how you consistently close high value deals without chasing and convincing. And this is why high performing sales reps, sales professionals, don't just rely on the call to build trust. They do it before the call ever happens. So the way we do this is number one, when the call is booked, send them an intro video. The more prospect knows about you, the product that you offer, the more they trust you, the shorter the sales cycle. It could be your story, before and after state of your customers' videos, case study video, whatever it is. The more you can send them in video format, the better. Number two, remember the 7 hour rule, right? It takes 7 hours to separate someone from their hard earned money. It also takes multiple touch points, human assign trust to objects and other humans of familiarity, like no trust, right? You want to pepper prospects as much as you can with touch points before as well as after the sales call. Yeah, but this specific video is before the sales call. Before the sales call, send over as much information as possible so the prospect can quote unquote marinate, right? This marination process contributes to a higher engagement rate on the demo call or on the sales call, a higher show up rate, and it sets the tone and pace for future interactions, right? So, free value driven content, a training video, a webinar replay, or a free PDF or ebook guide related to their current pain point. A what to expect video, what can they expect when they show up on the call? And obviously, you got to give them something valuable. It's not, you can't just tell them, hey, I'm just going to demo you our product and that's it. Social proof content, screenshots of client wins, email feedback, messages, anything. Results focused emails or DMs, short emails highlighting client revenue growth, KPIs improved, or systems built, whatever it might be. FAQ content. There are certain objections that you or the business owner has already been getting for this offer or service. Go through those in an FAQ setting, answer common questions in short, punchy way via video, carousel, doesn't matter. Or you can add more stuff. And, depending on the offer that you have, the product or services that you're selling, you can add more stuff onto this. And number three, you got to have a nurturing sales process, right? Lack of systemizing and automating follow ups is one of the main reasons prospects forget about you. Forget about the fact that you have a solution that can change their business. Nothing is as big of a threat as this, since no matter how many leads you book, if they forget about you, your system will not work. It doesn't matter how many appointments you have. If they don't show up, or they forget about you, or they're not taking you seriously, it doesn't matter. Consistent nurture prior to the sales meeting also signals to your prospects that you take them and the upcoming call seriously. It shows professionalism, reliability, and genuine interest in helping them. When you make the effort to nurture, especially before the call, before the sales call, sales meeting, sales demo, whatever it is, it builds trust. Prospects are more likely to show up. They're more likely to be educated and engaged, and open up during the conversation because they already feel like you're someone who follows through and won't waste their time. And then last but not least is a discovery call. This is one of the most underrated trust building moments in the entire sales process. This is where actually the real trust starts. You ask smart, tailored questions, meaning questions that are specifically for them, not no fucking script that you're reading, that make the prospect feel heard and understood. You reflect back their challenges better than they can describe themselves, and you don't pitch, you just listen. By the end of the discovery call, the prospect should feel like this person understands me, this person gets me, this person actually is actively listening. When you truly listen and uncover the root problems of your prospects, you show your expertise in ways that build trust immediately, right? Within that 20-30 time frame of the discovery. By the time the call ends, your prospect is already seeing you as a trusted advisor. And that's the key word there. And when they trust you, they're more likely to believe that your solution is the right one, even before you formally present it to them. And that's it for this one, building trust before every sales call. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.